Hello, dear students, and welcome. This is English language lesson for the second grade of secondary school. Today's topic is writing a travel brochure. My name is Rejhana, and I will be your teacher today. Today, you will create a travel brochure. As always, you need a notebook and a pen, a device with internet connection, and a QR code reader. We have already talked about how to be prepared for a trip and mentioned some places where you can look for information. If you remember, we explored official websites of tourist boards, and your task was to compare them. Then we talked about travel videos and we saw an example. Today, we will deal with two more: travel blogs and travel brochures. First, let's try to remember what tourist board websites can offer us. They usually contain different pieces of information about highlights of the place, where and how to get tickets for different attractions, where to stay, or what excursions you can take. There you can also find travel maps, either online or to download, and also some useful information to come in handy while you are there. On the other hand, travel videos offer pieces of advice from a different perspective than a tourist board. They usually give experience of a traveler. So here you can find information which are not available on the tourist board website. For example, they provide information about the best time to visit, about, for example, the shoulder season or the peak season. They also give advice about money or tipping, some customs, about the best locations to go shopping, and some useful phrases. Now we'll see what a travel blog looks like. As an example, we'll take Nomadic Matt and his London travel guide. Even from the screenshot taken from his blog, you can see how it is different from the official website. It is more similar to the travel videos because he uses his personal experience as a traveler to provide some advice on different areas, especially if you're traveling on a budget. He also gives you insider tips on what to pack and how to stay safe. Now I'd like you to visit that page and read quickly through different sections to see if you can find any other differences. The link to the website is provided. It's bit.ly London TG1, and there is also QR code you can scan. After going quickly through different sections of his blog, here is a game for you. You can type in this link, bit.ly groups travel, or scan the code, and you can do this quiz. Here you have to drag the words to the right section. The words will appear in the middle, and they can be all found on Nomadic Mad website you have just visited. Then you can click on the blue tick in the right corner, and it will give you feedback on how well you did. Please pause the video and do this task now. If you want to know more, there are two interesting sites you can visit. The first one is about Matt, the blogger, and how he has become what he is today. The link is bit.ly Matt About. The other one is about some huge scams that can happen to you when you travel. The link to this one is bit.ly scams travel. They are both quite engaging, so if you are curious and would like to dig deeper, here's your chance. Next, we will explore a travel brochure. What is the purpose of a travel brochure? There are two. One is to engage tourists, and the other is to provide useful information. A travel brochure usually has eye-catching photos of what to see and do there. It also provides information like opening hours or phone numbers or different websites. There is also a short description of different attractions you can visit while you are there. There are two types of brochures, general and specialized. As the name says, general brochures provide some general information about the place, while specialized focus on a specific area, an excursion, an event, or a tour. There are examples for both of them. For general, it's bit.ly brochure L, and for specialized, bit.ly h-para-tour. Also, QR codes are there. I'd like you to visit both of these. So pause this lesson now and visit London and Harry Potter tour. While you're there, please make notes on all the similarities and differences of these types of brochures. So write down what they have in common and how they are different. So, general brochures provide more general information, while specialized focus on one category or event or attraction or a tour. General brochures have more short, useful information to help plan the visit. On the other hand, specialized brochures have more detailed information on that specific topic. What they both have in common are interesting photos, so you cannot leave out the photos. They are very engaging. Now we will explore a brochure about Vukovar. It's in English, and we'll see if it has all the features. So it's about the city and it's a general type of brochure. So here you can see that it has a map and some information about a tourist board and other useful apps. It also has important locations and phone numbers. On the inside of the brochure, there are short descriptions of the most important attractions in the town, and there are also engaging photos. The purpose is to make you interested in visiting. And now it's your turn. Your task is to create your own travel brochure. Here are some tools you can use. You can use Spark or Canva or Book Creator. There are links to all three and also tutorials if you haven't used them before. Of course, you are welcome to use any tool you like, any tool you feel comfortable with. Your task is to choose one place in Croatia. It can be your place, but not necessarily. It should be a place you know well. If that's not the case, you should do some research before you do the brochure. You should imagine you are a visitor and ask yourselves, what would I, as a visitor, like to know? What information would be useful to me? What would make me want to visit that place? Here are some suggestions of the topics you can write about in your brochure. First, give some general information about the place, where it is, how many people live there, and so on. Then give some info about when is the best time to travel. When is the peak season or the off season or the shoulder season. Then provide some information about the places where people can stay. It could be a hotel or private accommodation, bed and breakfast. Then tell about how to get to your place and around your place. Is there a railway station or an airport, a bus station? Do you have trams? And so on. You can also talk about some food specialties in your area. Suggest some places to go out in the evening and to eat out. Then you should list the most important attractions in your area with short descriptions and engaging photos. You can also give some tips from the locals about what to avoid or where the best places to eat are, and so on. Off the beaten track tips are tips about some places that you, as a local, know, but they are not well known among tourists. Not many people go there, but you believe they are worth the visit. You can also suggest some souvenirs to take home and give some useful words or phrases to use while they stay there. Here are some tips on how to create a powerful brochure. First of all, draw readers in with the right photo. We have mentioned that photos are very important in these brochures because they motivate visitors to come. Then you should use a color scheme. So you should match the feel of your brochure with the destination you're promoting. For example, blue can communicate tranquility and peace, as well as trust, and lighter blues are particularly calming. The last one is to write a descriptive text. It means that you shouldn't write just simple facts, but you should try to engage the tourists and interest them in your story, in your place, and make them want to visit it. While you're creating your travel brochure, don't forget to add your personal touch. You can mention some short legends or fun facts about your place to make the tourist interested in visiting. Photos, as we have mentioned, are really important, but when you use them, either use your own photos or if you are downloading them from the internet, please pay attention to the copyright. You can use the photos from Pixabay, for example, for free, or from Unsplash with credits. In your description, you should use modals like could or should or must to make strong suggestions. And most important of all, don't presume visitors know anything. It is your task to interest them and motivate to visit. Here is a checklist to help you, so check if you have done all of these 4 statements. I have covered at least 8 topics in my brochure. I have written 2 to 3 sentences about each topic. I have included some interesting photos and I have added a personal touch. If you have done all of this and you are happy with your brochure, you can send it to your teacher and he or she will give you some feedback. And this is the end of today's lesson. Until next time, bye bye.